Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Josh Jones in on the stop.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Bradford. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, there was a bunch of pressure that time on 3rd down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
319! Over here.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
319! Zoom.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Dante Fowler. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. fielded at about the 28. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st and 10, Bradford. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Bradford on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
Second down, Bradford. Forced out to his left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now the Packers get set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Packers. Cameron Meredith, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Crosby on now to kick it away. And the Rams getting set to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A first down throw for Bradford. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And it's second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
One day.
From the shotgun, it's Bradford. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
That's fine. Yeah.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be...
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Bradford. Caught right side, Davis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. To throw, Bradford. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. A gain of 3, second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Coleman now. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Rodgers from the gun on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Coleman. And all the way up to the 49. It's a big play for the Pack on third. 41 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26. Right. Hey, check 26. Look again.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now he steps away. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Open man right side is St. Brown. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
319! 319!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Crosby puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
And the Rams now coming out on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here we go, 5-5.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here we go, 240.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go, Monday.
They'll try to throw now. Bradford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. 3rd down here.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now, The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Bradford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing deep here for Coleman. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Final play of the half, Bradford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, it's like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem for me.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Coleman on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Rams have got it back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Coleman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's fine. Yeah.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This is Coleman. Shifts by him. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here we go, 5-2.
Time to establish the run game here early. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. Dumps it off to Gurley. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. try and push it in with Gurley. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Here we go. Stop right there. Stop right there.
They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it third and goal. From the gun, Bradford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They begin the drive with Coleman. Yeah, he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back now in Los Angeles. Rodgers now on first down. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. A good pickup there at 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Bradford now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
3 down, Mark. 3 down.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. 5-2. Here we go.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Bradford. He sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's Coleman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Okay, we got four. We got four. Let's go, fellas. We got four down. Let's go.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here we go, Monday.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Desperation time. Bradford on 4th down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 1st down, Bradford. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A strong running. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Packers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.